Well, it's the time of year where we can all lack a little motivation, finding it easier to sit on the couch than to get out and do some exercise. But there are a few simple ways to trick yourself into actually liking exercise. So here to shed some light on this, let's bring in sport and exercise psychologist Shayne Hanks. Hi there, Shayne.
Good afternoon.
Now, why do you think we find it so hard to muster up motivation at this time of year?
Well, in short, I think it's the sun, or should I say the lack of it. So we're hardwired, so thousands and thousands of years of our ancestors. Obviously, without electricity, we were meant to sleep in longer and spend more time when it's dark, and that is what happens at winter. So it's obviously colder and darker in the morning, and we don't want to get up.
So we are meant to be hibernating, actually.
Well, essentially, yeah, we are. So it gets dark early. It's obviously darker early in the morning and earlier in the evening. So there's less time for us when we take out work to actually find the time when we are actually ready to exercise.
Now, new research out of Europe shows our perception of exercise can make the difference.
Yeah, so that's right. So there's a team of researchers in Germany that have basically found that the way that we think about exercise or our expectations actually impacts how hard we think it is. So the idea with that is that they found that there are those people who perhaps are not particularly sporty. They've found that those people that aren't necessarily think of themselves as athletic or sporty, that when they had a compression shirt and they were told that that was really going to help them exercise, they actually found it less difficult to actually exercise.
Okay, so new active wear can be the motivation for us.
Well, potentially, yes, if you're someone who doesn't think of themselves as particularly athletic, or so you're not someone who's traditionally thought of yourself as sporty. But you also have to believe that. So in this particular instance, you have to believe that a compression shirt is actually going to make it a lot easier to exercise. So it's a placebo, and the difficulty is you have to believe it.
What are your top tips then to trick yourself into enjoying exercise?
So the way to think about exercise is that you have to imagine that it's like going to a restaurant and you've got a menu of options. So you have to find something that you enjoy. If you don't like an exercise or an activity, then the chances that you're going to do it in the longer term are really low. So firstly, find something that you love to do or that you least enjoy to do. Then it's about convenience and accessibility. So it has to be close to your work or to your home. So you actually have to be able to get there easily. So no more than a few minutes away. And probably the last thing is find a challenge. So find something that is going to challenge you, like a fun run or like a triathlon, and use that as a goal and actively participate with other people. So join a squad, join a club, and do it together. They're my real, I think, tips.
I guess there's no excuses. We do have the City to Surf coming up, so maybe that's one to get us start moving.
Absolutely.
Okay, Shayne Hanks, thanks for coming in this afternoon.
You're very welcome.